Hello, I am Fjallsback and welcome to Tyranny. Looks like barracks here is blinking.
It is rare enough that anyone has the opportunity to proclaim an edict, much less break one. How are you holding up, Fatebinder?
Okay, to be honest, my head hurts. I toy with powers greater than my understanding and yet I don't stop. To be honest, my head hurts.
That is to be expected. I am no expert in arcane matters, but I understand that the will and commitment needed to shatter Kairos' magic are not resources in abundance. Take care that you don't exhaust yourself and become worthless to the war effort.
Barrack looks you up and down with appraisal, keeping any conclusions to himself.
What can I do for you?
We should talk about your connection to Earth now. I'll do it later. We were looking for one character, Idian or something. It was J Journal. Eldian. And where do I find this Eldian? Do I see him on here? If I remember correctly, he's inside the house. And he's actually inside this house, it looks like. The lore skill can be used to impress characters in conversations with your knowledge or something. What are we going to do without the Magebane Helm? Fatebinder, come in. I was just told the news that the Magebane Helm has disappeared. This is terrible. What happened just now? I heard fighting out there. Are there more of them? Ray Tommen stole Magebane Helm and captured Zidinia. I was just beginning to believe we were finally safe, but a celebration planned before its time will no doubt become awake. Eldian shakes his head, and without Zidinia there is no chance of getting another helm. My friends, please go back to your homes for now. The Fatebinder has taken care of the invaders. I have taken care of the invaders? This can't be happening, it just can't. Hachikant mutters the words quietly as he moves towards the door. Fatebinder, come speak with me before you leave Lithian's Crossings. I have some, let's say, special supplies you will be interested in seeing. I hate to add a request upon request, Fatebinder, but I would ask one more thing of you. The recent attack was horrific and there's a lot of folks that are in a bit of trouble now. Lohara lost some of her men in the attack. She was stretched thin before it all, so I'm sure she's going to need all the help she can get. Some townsmen have also gone missing. I have no doubt your assistance could be useful to all of them. So if it wouldn't be too much trouble, please ask this townsfolk if they need your help. He makes a formal bow. I know we have no right to ask this of you, but I know that you can help where no one else can. Is it just me, or does anyone else think it was a bad idea for them to place such a powerful artifact where anyone just could get to it? Words or no, that seems strangely short-sighted. I was thinking the same thing. I'm inclined to guess nobody here knows the first thing about proper security, or it's an inside job. I realize it's a small town and all, but really, what did they expect? The safety of the settlement is all that matters to me. I hope we're of similar minds on this, Fatebinder, since you're clearly capable of handling threats, otherworldly or not. I'll see to it that the old walls remain open to you. The passageway leading to the base of the spire will be unsealed upon your return. If accessing it can help you in any way, please use it. I know you're asking a lot, Fatebinder. Is there anything I can help you with? Just ask. Horrible, or just horrible. Any idea where you might have taken her? The Brotherhood doesn't like to stay in one place for too long, so I can't easily point you to one location, I'm afraid. Haven's full of trick for stead caravan routes and river crossing. They are like to make themselves at home in places like that for days at a time, and then just when the word reaches the travelers of their whereabouts, they pick up and move on. Crafty fellows. I doubt Ray Tomon would continue that routine with Sendia and Magebane in tow, though rumor has it that he sometimes moves through the old walls, which, on account of it being absolutely daft, probably means it's true. He shrugs. This is all long-winded way for me to say I am in the dark here. Sorry, Fatebinder. How dangerous are things now without Magebane? Truth be told, Fatebinder, I am much more concerned about that helmet than the Brotherhood on Rampage. It's true we survived here for a long time without magical protection, but that situation can change as soon as you'd blink. Why do you think Raitoman took Cyndia captive? Interesting question. Eldrian scratches his head, squinting his eyes in thought. Truth be told, the Forgebound and the Bronze Brotherhood never really got along. The Ironworkers think of themselves as artisans and see Brotherhood soldiers as dim-witted thugs that aren't worthy of their fancy swords. The Brotherhood, for their part, see the Forgebound as docile servants of the Overlord, happy to trade their dignity for regular meals and a steam-filled prison they call the Forge. I don't know if Eritoman aimed to take Sardinia. Quite frankly, she's just as likely to cave his head in with her hammer or give on any given day. Whether he planned it or not, given the Forgebound, their comeuppance is probably something he's wanted for years. How are the settlers faring after the attack? Not well, I'm afraid. There's been some tension here and there with the Brotherhood, but by and large they never attacked people in the settlement. They've actually had their fair share of admirers here, believe it or not. Why do you think the Brotherhood attacked? He snorts, frustration evidently in his voice. I think it's safer to say that Rathoman attacked, though perhaps they're one and the same. I've been around for long enough to know how to spot the weed that strangle your corpse. That man has always carried a bit of a poison inside him, even before Kairos kicked the Brotherhood out. Raitoman once burned a village to the ground to kill a rival that was hiding there with the help of some sympathetic folks. He said that the villagers raised arms against them, but that's a lot of pig shit. He did it because he was obsessed with getting vengeance and never lets go of his obsessions. His rival wronged him before, so he left no stone unturned until she was dust in the ground. Consequences be damned. It seems that not all of the Brotherhood agree with Rathemon. I've heard rumblings about that. Word is that their leader is a paranoid sort. He sees conspiracies and betrayals at every turn. I've seen a few of his lieutenants come and go. Pretty sure they're not all falling in battle. Other questions? Anything? Nope. Not really. Leave. Speak with Harikan Bronze. He's not in here, right? Right. And Stirring Visions had a thingy going on just as I went out the door as well. I see that somewhere. No. Alright. So. Don't know where the guy is that we need to speak to. Well, merchants are back. At least some of them. Just leave and come back for later, I guess. Don't know where this guy is. That we need to see. It's not you. Here's some loot. Just grab all of that. Over here, need your help. They are, and you are a Lithian's crossing person. Fatebinder, Dea cries out to you, I need your help, it's terrible. Her voice breaks and she wipes her hands across her eyes. My wife's dead. She puts her face on her hands and sobs. Poor Phaedra. She pulls her hands away in a fierce passion in her eyes. She was slain by the Bronze Brotherhood. This cannot be allowed to stand. I demand a Fatefinder's justice. Right, I can find her killer, but how do you know it was the Brotherhood? Just go down. The necklace. Her hand moves to her neck, tracing a bare skin. She was wearing the necklace I gave her when she burst into tears. It was a younger man. Her voice trembles with her sobs. Sandro. She whispers the name in a lower tone. He struck her dead and took her necklace. I was paralyzed. I froze. Just watched. Her eyes well up as more tears overtake her. Right, Lord 29, you're sure it's Sandro? Of course I'm sure. I would recognize Sandro anywhere. In an angry tone in her voice rises. He and Phaedra were friends once. They had a falling out years ago over some trivial matter. He must still be angry about it. I think he took the necklace as a token. You know how these mercenary talks are. Have you taken this matter to the garrison? As if they care, they assure me the mercenaries will be dealt with, but that is not enough. I saw the killer. I know the very man that killed. Alright. I'll be back after I find Sandro, I guess. Kill Sandro and please bring back the necklace. The thought of those thugs pawning it. She rests her hand in her heads. No. Her head in her hands. The other way around would be quite awkward. She rests her head in her hands and sobs. I'm hearing people say it's too dangerous to go there right now because of the Bane, but you can't let him get away with this. The Brotherhood's hideout somewhere in the Twin Rivers. Kill him and give me some peace. New quest, Widow's Revenge. Travel to Twin Rivers. And primary until Lithian's Crossing. Okay. Beatos is a merchant as well, right? Yeah, as a merchant, just leave him be. Is there names on these buildings? The Forge, Villager's House. That's not the Forge, right? This would be the Forge down here. I think it was in the Forge, I'm not sure. But let's check it out. This was indeed the Forge. Master of Tempering, Master of Casting, so this is not the guy we need to speak with. I see. Don't know where he is then. Moonrise District. Oh, there he is. So over this way. Up here you are. Two texts on top of one, I can't really read any of them. or either of them. Faithbinder, thank you for coming. I'm sorry we couldn't speak under better circumstances. Harshard runs at your service. He bows. What can I do for you? You said you wanted to see me?
You learn something every day.
Yes. You know, I first wondered if you were the one I was supposed to talk to, since you didn't mention anything to me last time we spoke. You could never be too careful, especially when the voices of Narath is involved. Bad enough that we weren't able to talk before, but this is simply unacceptable. I've sent notice to Narath regarding the theft and kidnapping. While I await a response, you should search for the Forge-bound Master. If we can recover her, Narath is bound to be more forgiving. Speaking as someone who has dealt with Narath for some time, I recommend you sort this mess out immediately. After you do, you might want to think about offering or two to appease the boss. You know the kind he loves most, fascinating personalities. I can guarantee you that you want to speak to this Wraith-Thumon fellows. He pauses, scratching his chin though. Ildian too, I'd come to think of it. That old man is rather attuned to the comings and goings of this place. Better that he shares such wisdom with the voices, right? If you're so worried about how Narath will respond, why did you tell him? Because if he ever found out I withheld information from him, things could turn out even worse for me. Trust me, finding the master before Narath even has time to get mad is the only way to handle this with the least amount of death. Are you insane? Have you met Narath? You've just been paying attention at all. The man is insane. He kills people just because the sun is shining in a certain way. The way to properly handle him is to minimize the reasons for him to do damage. Where would I even look for the Forge-bound Master? I'm not sure. I've heard reports of the Brotherhood hiding inside the old walls, but I don't think you should run headlong into what could be a large Brotherhood force. They've also recently seen the vicinity of the Circus March. It might be a good idea to check that out first and see if you can gather any information about the Brotherhood inside the old walls. Okay, I'd like to continue our discussion about Hand Over Quill. The Circus March is now unlocked on the world map. If you must, but I have to remind you of the significant risk, which is not without expense. Fine, then we'll pass. What can you tell me about the Circus March? Nothing much really, and leave. Okay, quest over and done with. Says new quest, on the hunt, go to the Circus March and go level up also. I think I'll just do this. Agility, magic, leadership, defense, power. The party gains 2 additional quick item slots. Adds a marking effect to the trust ability. Attacks against the marked target gain bonus accuracy. The mark lasts until he dies. 1 additional weapon set. Increase the defense. Causes trust to interrupt the target, delaying their next attack. Slam your shield. Sweeping cone that attacks multiple enemies. Adds armor penetration to the trust. And palm strike. I'm liking not this one, but this one here, the mark thing. Let's try that. And this is the quest thing. Yep. So we are supposed to head out of here, right? Go to the Circus March and travel to Twin Rivers. Get on out of here. And Twin Rivers is here. The Circus March is there. And Hull Trail and Mountain Spire. I actually want to go to my Mountain Spire here first. So to check it out and see what's going on. Characters become wounded when their health is significantly reduced or they are knocked out. Wounds are cleared when this character gains a new level or the party rests. I see. Right, we had stuff here we could research, and we have a couple of characters we could like to speak with and all that. I think I'll do some reorganizing of the party here.
Fatebinder wants Beast Woman?
It's time. Okay, come with me.
I'm ready. Wants to hunt Stockprowl. Wants to kill and howl for Alpha.
They actually gain level while they're staying behind. I think I want to remove Barrack and add you just for now. Just change him about a smidge. I don't know. Get that agility here and a level of something. Rendering claws. Sure, let's do that one. Alright, do we have something we could do here? Spire, study, thingamajigs. Current edict, no. You can hire people. Skill trainer who teaches one-handed, two-handed and thrown weapons. Now we got some items we could study or something. Right? Research shield plans. These partial plans describe the progress for crafting powerful shields, but more research is needed to fill the gaps in the plan. This research can be made with the sphere library upgrade and proper materials. Okay, so I have to have that. Same here. I see. So how do I get those upgrades? By gaining more loot, I guess. Well, anyway, I'll take a rest here. When that has been done, then we will take a break and get back to you to this in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching.